One of the charities that will benefit from our upcoming Day of Giving here on TV3 is a nonprofit group called the New Life Refuge Ministries, and they are trying to help the victims of human trafficking. Brian Burns tonight on what the ministry is all about.
The most important thing is to get this information to our kids, because those are the ones the traffickers are after. They're the ones that are at risk of being lured in.
Minta Moore is Executive Director of New Life Refuge Ministries, which focuses on educating people about child human trafficking, partners with other agencies to help victims and prosecute traffickers, and to provide long-term care for child human trafficking survivors.
Where we're able to go in and educate kids on the traps that traffickers use.
Moore says the ministry has a 50-acre site where they hope to help more than 40 children recover from their experiences. She says there are signs to look for.
If you notice that maybe a girl is really inappropriately dressed for the weather, or maybe it's one of your child's friends suddenly is dressing differently, or maybe has more expensive items of clothing or electronics, things like that, they have an older boyfriend, those could all be signs.
Moore says the ministry needs all the help it can get and focuses on Day of Giving and other fundraisers held throughout the year. But she stresses human trafficking can happen under people's noses, in their own neighborhoods, and even in their own homes.
They would call her in the middle of the night and say, "You better get outside." They did things like leave black roses in her mailbox. They killed her dog. They threatened her family if she did not do what they said.
Just one of the agencies you can help through our Day of Giving. Brian Burns, 3 News.
And again, 50 nonprofits are looking for your help. The online fundraiser is on November 13th. KIII is teaming up with the Coastal Bend Community Foundation to hopefully raise more than $2 million. Go to our website to see how you can get involved.